Excite you, stuff like that's got to excite you. Like I said, it's a great opportunity for us, and just embrace the moment. One thing you want to do in front of 90,000 that are rooting against you is make them go quiet.
I guess how do you feel about your effort now that you had a chance to think back to San Diego on Saturday? How do you guys feel about your offensive effort, and what do you see now that you can improve on and get better for this Saturday?
Just the details of things, the depths and routes, and getting off the jams, things like that. But I think that was a good game for us. I think that all we had to do is keep that momentum. There were some times in that game where we had opportunities that we didn't capitalize on, as far as penalties go, and missed chances with balls being overthrown and things like that. But I just think that was a good game for us to learn from.
And how about you personally? Going up against, well, I guess the Mountain West preseason defensive player of the year there. He was on you, it seemed like, most of the night. And how'd you feel going up against him?
It felt good. I felt like that was a good challenge for me. That was a good way to start this year off. I'm going to be seeing corners like him. I'm going to be seeing maybe even some corners that might be better than him. So it was a good challenge for me to start off the year.
Have you had a chance to look at the play where they called you for pushing off? What did you think of that?
I think what it was, they saw the extension of my hands. I think that's maybe the one thing that triggered him to call that. There's other ways I can catch that ball. I can go up and get it. I can seal him off and let it come over my shoulder. Just different types of ways I can catch it that may have prevented him to make that call.
Is that, I guess, is that a learning thing there? I mean, you learn that they're going to call it if you looks like that?
Yeah, I think it's a learning thing. I'm so used to catching the ball the way that I did catch it, but I have the ability to catch those other ways. So it's just, like you said, a learning experience that just make the catch the way that the ref has no way of throwing a flag.
You were saying last week you've been in New Orleans for some. Have you been to Baton Rouge or to LSU before?
Yeah, I went down there for a trip. My mom took me down there one time to see the campus and all that. And I've done the 7-on-7 there once, and I've done a few Florida camps too. So I'm used to that type of weather, and I'm used to being in there and playing in that type of environment.
What is the challenge of that type of weather? I mean, is it a real noticeable difference, do you think?
I think something like that, you just got to keep in your head mentally that, you're not tired. This weather isn't nothing. This is like playing at home. Just mentally, you don't want to wear yourself out. And when you get tired like that, that's how and mentally is how you're going to be able to come back with plays and still be able to make plays when you're tired.
Did you give LSU any real serious consideration out of high school?
Yeah, they were actually in my top 3. I had them, Cal, and LSU, and I was really debating whether going there or here.
What was the tie with LSU?
It was just real far away. There was a big factor with me and my dad being here. I felt like I couldn't adjust and adapt to that type of living style down there. It was just really different.
What was the initial attraction to LSU? Just the obvious stuff?
Yeah, just I like how they play. I liked how they did what they did down there and the tradition down there and being great.
Can you talk about what you saw in the film? You had 4 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown in the first quarter, and then you didn't have anything the second quarter. What were they doing differently? What that you saw?
I don't think they did anything differently. I think what happened was we hurt ourselves. Everything that went wrong, we could have learned from. And there were things that we did upon ourselves. I don't think that they did anything to stop what we did and stop our momentum. It was all on us.
Kasen, do you have any doubts that Bishop can handle 25, 30 carries a game?
No, he took his carries last game and he handled it pretty well. That's his first big game that he's really been in. He got touches last year, but he never carried the ball over 10 times. So he's starting to learn that workload that he's going to have to carry every single game. And I think that was a good test for him last game, and he's going to just have to continue doing that every game. And yeah, we have all the faith in the world.
You talked.
I know the saying is always, it's just another game, but this is against one of the top teams in the country on their home field, national television. You get amped up for a game like this, not just another game?
I think if you get amped up and do more than you're used to, I feel like that will lead you to believe that this is one of those big games. You start getting all tensed up, and then you don't play the way you normally play, So mentally, the way you have to go about it is it's just another game. Yeah, in the back of your mind, you know you're going down there. You know it's a big chance for us. Or, you know playing down there is going to be hard. But in order to perform the way you're supposed to perform, you have to treat it like it's just another game.
It's going to